Hello, my name is Nathan Metcalf, and I will be persuading you on how everyone should complete a high school education. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself, by Franklin Delano Roosevelt. I'm trying to convince my audience that everyone should complete a high school education, not only for their lifetime, but for their career as well. I am credible for this topic through research and my own personal experience. Honestly, trying to convince my audience that everyone should complete a high school education, young or old. Point one, everyone needs to finish a high school education because when you're going to get a job, they like to have those credentials from high school to know if you're good at something or you're terrible at something or good at one other thing or bad at another. 23.7% of poverty do not have a high school diploma. Statista Research Department, January 20th, 2021, is credible for this information. The first solution I found interesting is that there needs to be laws put into place in America that raises the dropout rate from 16 to 18. Every year, 1.2 million kids drop out of high school. If these laws were in place to raise the age to 18, that number would dramatically decrease over time. Not only is completing a high school education important, but the life skills that you gain through completing your high school education also help you in the long run. Say time management, for example. The average athlete spends about 8 hours a day practicing for, say, football. After they get home, they need to categorize their time, let's say an hour or two doing homework, take a 30-minute break, cool down, get a water or something, and then go back to studying. Like, let's say they have a test the next day or something. That will be very well time managed. Clint Page has the top 10 skills for high school students. Clint Page is a very well read author, and his sources are very credible. There needs to be an increase in school funding for these programs, such as mechanics or culinary arts, and as well as getting an equal education for the ones living in poverty. Relationships can also be damaged in high school, but they can also be repaired in high school, but there's a limited window that they can be repaired, so you need to spend that time wisely. Very credible source from Silence Daily. I will now conclude my speech for you today. There also needs to be a work-study program for students so they can stay in school longer and not have to drop out and get a job to feed their families. Let's say the teachers need help after school, they can clean erasers or the board or something, or the lunchroom ladies need help preparing for the next day in the lunchroom, they can do that as well. This has concluded my speech. I will have gone over finishing a high school education, life skills learned in high school, and as well as help build and repair relationships. The harder the conflict, the greater the triumph, by George Washington. Thank you everyone for coming. I hope my speech has persuaded you to go out and help the youth.